Hello, welcome. I'm Amanda. Like in most of these other videos, I don't think I've introduced myself. Anyways, we are doing the zodiac signs first 2 weeks of December, and we are on Taurus. And this is love readings for the first 2 weeks of December. Your love life for the first 2 weeks. So, Taurus. We're going to start out with love oracle cards, one or two. See what we get, see what the vibe is. Come on, what has Taurus got going on first 2 weeks of December? These first 2 weeks coming up, Taurus. What does Taurus got going on? Come on, Spirit. Ooh. What does Taurus got going on? These first 2 weeks. Come on. Whoa. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh my. Okay, so we got 4 cards that's come out for Taurus. Somebody has been pretending. Okay, somebody's been pretending wearing a mask. They've been very dishonest, very deceptive. Okay, there's been a lot of influences. But they're wanting commitment. And you got to take this how this resonates. This could be you, this could be them. Okay, I see that somebody has been, trying to act like, and that's probably where this dishonesty has come in, that they've not wanted this relationship, right? And this could be you, acting like you don't want this relationship. That's why I said take this how this resonates. There's been a lot of other people's inputs about it. Third parties, which could be other karmic relationships, but it has caused a lot of confusion with this person. Okay, so I think now they're ready to take this mask off. They don't want to pretend no more. They're wanting to come back in for commitment and to make things right. So, let's see. We are going to start out with old trusty. And let's see, Taurus. First 2 weeks. What do we got going on, Taurus? First 2 weeks of December. What do we got happening? First 2 weeks of December, Taurus. What do you got going on? Ooh. Okay, we have Empress. The Temperance. There's been a lot of healing going on, I think. A lot of imbalance, like one-sided relationships. There may also be some addiction. Like I said, one-sided relationships. So there's been just a very big imbalance. One person giving and one not giving. Okay, so, and like I said, take this how it resonates. I just see that Okay, you or this person, your person that's on your mind. That's why I said you're going to have to take this how this resonates. But, like, what I'm picking up is that you or this person was very nurturing, right? Very caring. I mean, Empress energy. But there's been a lot of imbalance, the giving. Like, giving to this other person and not getting anything back. And I think there's been some alcohol use, some addiction that has also been part in this influence. Like it, an excess of overdoing it. But it's because of self-healing. Like, you're trying to heal a lot of pain. A lot of pain of not getting anything back or not being able to give back. It's a lot of pain because of this imbalance. Which I think is because of a lot of fears. Okay, yeah. There's been a lot of fears. Trapped, mentally trapped, right? Like I said, there's been a lot of dishonesty, pretending, and all these influences that's kind of made inner chaos, and there's been a lot of self-limiting beliefs that has held this relationship back. Okay, I feel that this is being released. Like, you have worked through all of these beliefs. Actually, I think both of you have. Like, this is the feeling that I'm getting. This is but there's been a lot of, inner critic that has kept you mentally trapped. All these negative thoughts, of not just being, like, not good enough, or that this is going to end in pain, and, you can't see no further than what you're thinking. And this has come from, I think, a lot of past hurts and past traumas. But you've had to work through this, and I think the other person as well has had to work through this and get past all of these toxic thinking patterns, toxic behaviors. Okay? I'm also showing, though, that we have the Death card, and it is in reverse. So there's been a fear of change, holding on to these patterns, like to this belief, and ego is what it is, like holding on to your ego. So there's been a lot of personal transformation and healing and becoming a better person, but there's still this resistance to it because we fear change. As humans, we fear change, and we hold on to what we know and what we feel is safe. Okay? So, whenever things are changing and we don't feel safe, we get scared, and that's where all these negative thoughts come in and all these negative patterns. So, been doing a lot of healing to get past that, but you're still trying to hold on to what you've been conditioned to feel and think. Like, even though I think you know better, so now it's time to do better, right? You know better, so it's time to do better, but sometimes it's hard to do better because we've spent our lives conditioned thinking certain ways, right? Okay, so let's see what else we got going on. Intuition. Divine feminine. Okay, so I think that You have learned to trust yourself. You're very intuitive. So yeah, you're the Empress, but I feel like this person has been mirroring you. And like, I don't like saying what I'm thinking, but I'm sure you are thinking what I'm thinking. You've come in very nurturing, very caring, very loving, and it has brought up so much fears, right? So many fears, and this person pretending that they don't care or they don't want this, and it's because of their fears, which has triggered your fears. So there's been a lot of self-growth, and which I think you know this already. I don't think I'm telling you anything that you don't know, because it's, I've got the High Priestess here with me. So, like, you already know this. You feel this, you know this. This has put a lot of delays. We got the Ace of Wands there. So it's put a lot of procrastination, delays, probably feeling exhausted, to be honest. Like, normally you know what to do, you lead, you take control, and you know what to do, and you're very ambitious. But because of this situation, I think that it's caused you not to be so ambitious. Like, you don't know what to do, you don't feel in control, and there's been a lot of waiting and panic, raw emotion. Like, you've had to feel so much raw emotion and have had to struggle so hard on the inside to find inner strength. Wow. There's been so much frustration. I see a lot of crying. So much crying. I'm so sorry. And it's just been a very, very hard time with this person. It's been a struggle. Let's see what else. Anything else for Mo Tristy? Okay, there's been a lot of, I think, conflict with this person, inner and outer. Like I said, it's caused a lot of inner chaos, but there's been conflict with this person, and I think that it's come to the point that you agree to disagree. Like, you're just avoiding conflict, respecting differences, and just, you're done. Like, you're done with all of that. You don't want to go through this any longer. Like, all of these emotions and this frustration, you're done with all the inner chaos, is what I'm feeling. I just, oh my, like, I see you crying. There's been so much inner chaos and so much hurt. And I'm so sorry. But I think that this crying that you've had to go through and all this raw emotion has helped you heal parts of you that needed to be healed, to bring you, back into balance, to help you find some inner peace. But like I said, though, you're right there, but there's still that struggle of wanting to hold on to these negative thought patterns. Okay, anything else? Anything else, oh trustee, for Taurus first 2 weeks? What do they got going on? Okay. So, like I said, you've healed. You've let go of negative thought patterns, and you're done with all the inner chaos. So, like, you're looking at things from a different point of view. You have a different perspective on the whole situation. You're viewing it different, and you're letting go of it. Okay? Like, you are letting go. You are surrendering. Like, I think that you are someone that, like I said, you like to be in control, right? You know what you're doing. You know your ambitions. You know your goals. You know what your next steps are. Ultimately, you know what you're doing. This situation, this relationship has taught you that you have no control. And you have had to release that. Release that you have no control. That you cannot control it, which I think is something that's been very hard. Very hard. And I think that's where this holding on to is still wanting to control. And that's part of the ego. Like, we've got to learn that we have no control. That some things have to happen in divine timing, right? So you've had to pause and surrender and just, like, you're just like, you know, just letting that breath out and just, But I think that even though you're seeing things different, you're letting go, you still love this person, and this person still loves you. So I also think that as you are doing this, you know, they've been going through something similar within themselves, and they're having to surrender as well. They're starting to see things differently, and they're ready to change. And that's where this commitment comes in. Like, they're wanting that commitment, and we've got the levers. So I do believe that this first 2 weeks is going to be bringing in, you know, this partnership. You all are going to balance your inner emotions, your inner thoughts, your just to where it's not so whatever it was causing to be at this standstill. And for you all to act that, you know, and pretend that it wasn't love, but it is love. And I see the two of you coming together in this first 2 weeks. And normally we would go into another deck, but we don't need to go into another deck. Like, I think that just kind of says it all, because like I said, I feel that this is a mirroring type energy, that you both have been going through this. Wow. And that's beautiful though. Like, so, and I feel that you want this relationship. Even though you've had to let go of it and change, I feel that you still want this person, that you still love this person, and this person loves you. So, take what resonates, leave what, you know, doesn't. And that has got that for Taurus. And guys, I guess I will see you all in the next video. I hope y'all have a, well, good night. And I'll see you next time.